pre retirement days, comfort and food. What's up, Lisa? What's going on? I'm just coming up here to hang for a minute. I don't know how you do those heart things. I don't know how to do them heart things. Maybe I do. Let me see. Oh, now I see how I'm supposed to do them. Oh, okay. I was going the wrong way. So you just got in from work? Okay. Let me make sure I got this thing up loud enough. Cool. You got in work kind of late. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to thumb up. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up. Hello, Bruce Gas, Boxing and Jazz. How you doing? Oh, right, that's right. You like to do job? Type the word faith. Type the word faith, guys, so people can connect with y'all. Type the word faith. Faith. Type the word faith. How you doing, Bruce? How you doing, Bruce? And pre-retirement, if you're still here. I just came up here to chill for a minute or so. I'm loving life. All right. Don't put the thing on the end, Lisa. Just write faith. That's it. No other thing with it for it to pop up. Just type the word faith. That's it. No extra. Yeah, no extra. Just type the word faith. Let me do it for you guys. It could be either big or small. Don't make a difference. Just type the word faith. Yeah, just type the word faith. There you go. How are y'all doing on this Monday after Thanksgiving? Hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Bruce, type the word faith if you want your link dropped. You know, that's if you want your link dropped. Retirement, y'all know what to do when y'all come over here. Type the word faith. I just came on for a little while. Keep this good old channel rolling. But my headspace was in the 7th. Well, first of all, I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. But I just was up here thinking about the good old days. That's what I put up here. The good old days. You know, just think about like some things that we had then that you don't even see no more. Or if you do see it now, it's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be. So I think that was my best era was I would say the 70s and the 80s. I enjoyed the 70s and the 80s. You had a great Thanksgiving? All right. Yep, that was my best era. And I was just thinking about like products and clothing and shoes and stuff like that we used to have that we don't have no more. Things that we used to have that we don't have no more. Like for instance, these days and time, everybody they download music. They download music from some type of stream or something like that there. Whereas back then in the 70s, you know, we would go to the record store. You know, don't nobody know about the crates and going through the crates and finding albums on that vinyl, as I should say. They don't know about that vinyl. They just know about a push button and download their music and whatnot. But the stores that's not here no more that I used to get my records from was like Tower Records in Manhattan. That used to be a big place. Sam Goodies, and I forgot that one that used to be on. Oh gosh, I forgot the name of that place. It used to be by my job, but they closed down after so many years. Some of your guys maybe remember Radio Shack to get your little appliances for your music and this, that, and the other, and even Circuit City, Circuit City. I remember Crazy Eddie's, for appliances and stuff like that. That's when your stuff used to be good from them stores. Now you buy these little this and a little that. Hey, Cassandra, living life. It's just be all like the products ain't like they used to be back in the 70s and the 80s. It's really not. It's really, really not. It's like crazy, crazy, crazy. How you doing, Sandra? Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Sandra is a supporter, a great supporter. And I was just think about like some even like back in the day. Okay. Okay, you cook. Awesome. Like back in the day, I'm talking about the 70s and the 80s, yeah. Mainly the 70s though. Like when you got sick, the remedies they used to use back then, they used to use like, make their own concoctions. But remember contact used to be in a plastic cap. I don't know how many of your old schools up here, but it was a cold pill that had little bead balls in a little capsule. It was called contacts. Then you had Father John's, Marshall's, Trimedic. Those are things that would knock out a cold quick. Besides grandma's or mama's cold medicine that they used to whip up, or that Vicks Vapor Rub they used to make you eat. Which you said BC pop bake BC Potter. That's true. How you doing, Joshua? BC Potter, you got that right. Yep. So I was just sitting here talking about the old school days. Old school days to me were the best days, and even like the shoes. That because the shoes these days they like it's no comparison to the shoes. I remember we used to wear like Fred Barnes. Fred Barnes was them shoes with the bomb. They wasn't a round toe. There was a slant toe. Like it would be like your feet. It would be like small, like the little baby toe, next toe, next toe. That's the way the front of them was made, like a slant, just like your hand or like your feet. It's like a slant. I used to love me some Fred Barnes. Hi Angie, how you doing? Soul Train, yes, loves Soul Train. Yep. What other stores with platform shoes? The real platform shoes back in the 70s that was about that high, and the men used to wear their heels about that high. Those used to be the days, and the little girls with the Mary Jane shoes on. They got Mary Jane now. I heard they very expensive though. I think Nostrums may have them, but I think they like $300 for a pair of Mary Jane shoes. I mean the real Mary Jane shoes with the tiny little heel with the little buckle on the side, and they make them for grown folks. So you're gonna pay a nice little penny for them. Stride uh, and remember the Oxfords. Oxfords are the black and white shoes. They had the two black on the side and the all white. I used to call them pumpkin seed shoes. Remember the white salty pumpkin seeds? They used to remind me of them pumpkin seed shoes. I used to hate them things. Everybody named Mother had them Oxfords, them black and white shoes. The sofa that hit the floor. You got that right with the plastic on it. You get up, you still stuck to the seat, all the plastic still on your butt. Or you sitting there in the summertime sweating bullets on the couch that got nothing but pure plastic on it. And don't let it be the cheap kind with when it starts splitting and you got on shorts. Tear your legs up with all them scratches. My grandfather sofa used as a. I know that's right. Duncan needs that afro. Yep, that's true. The afro, the graffiti on the trains. Mm-hmm. That's true. Break dancing, all that good stuff. For sure. For sure, for sure. Type the word faith, guys, if that's coming in. If you want your link drop. I don't know if some of y'all remember these babies these days, they walk in Jordans. Um, they walk in little baby Tims. Back in the day, we was old fashioned. And even when like I saw that like the new era where people buy the child sneakers and stuff like that to walk in. I think everybody baby feet all messed up. Or he's so bow legged. Because back then we had the baby walking shoes, the high top, leather, hard baby walking shoes that would keep their balance and stuff like that there and make their legs and their little ankles, and they had a little arch up in them. Now them baby feet is toe up. How you doing, Wong? Talking about the good old days. Talking about the good old days. Yep, those were the good old days. Those baby walking shoes. They came in white, blue, and brown. White, blue, and brown. Hey, over 50. Just talking about the 70s. You know, things I was kind of like reminiscing on. I guess the older you get, sometimes you go backwards sometimes and just think about the good old times. I was talking about the baby walking shoes, the hard leather baby walking shoes, where these people these days, young folks, put their kids on Jordans and sneakers and little cute little shoes with a little strap on it. And them babies get up and start walking in them thing. The babies all wobbly, and we ain't play that back then. We did not play that back then. And 'cause we wore the I call them they was clocks, but they was clocks for kids, and they had the little teardrops in front of them, the three little teardrops in the front. I think every little girl must have had a pair of them suckers. I think they came in brown, blue, and burgundy with the three little teardrops in the front. Lord have mercy. Or the flat Mary Jane that with the strap around them. Yep, those white shoes. I remember them. Mm-hmm. Yep. Or even like I was talking about for us, for those Oxfords, the black and white shoe. I used to call them pumpkin seed shoes. I used to hate them. Pumpkin seed shoes with the two black sides and they all white. Oh my goodness. A darn mess, I tell you. Yep, those were the days. Those were the days. Um, I even remember my ears is pierced. I have two holes in each ear. I never went to I was thinking about getting a third one to tell you the truth, like some would not on top, maybe like a little more higher than my second one, like about there. And I thought about it. That's what made me start thinking about the 70s. Because for my holes in my ears, I never went to what's that, the jewelry store to get your ears pierced. I never did that. Me, young and dumb. Well, that's the way you used to do it back then. If your mama had a straw broom in a room to sweep with, my first boyfriend pierced my ears for me, and those the same piercings I wear today. That was in the 70s, and he did it with a sewing needle, the thread, and some ice. Just rubbed it, rub, put that ice on it, and pulled it down and had it real flat, and just did what he had to do. So after he finished, I was like, of course I had a little fit because I was like, what the hell? So I'm like, wait a minute, they don't look so even. I said, do it again, even them up. That's how I came out with two holes in each ear. Crazy, but I love them. I love them. I'm glad I did do it. But and then you go take the straw off pop the piece of straw off the straw broom. If y'all remember straw brooms, because now they plastic. The straw broom back in the day, that used to really sweep a flow. We would break a piece off the broom, put in some alcohol, stuff like that, clean it up, burn each end, and just stick it through. And that's how we used to wear it for about a week or two. and put the alcohol and the grease around that and twist it and carrying on. That's what we used to do back in the day. Ain't that something? That was ear piercing for me. Mm-hmm. What a lady on the third floor, she put a needle on the stove. Yep, some of them did it like that too. Mm-hmm. And she stuck that thing in my ear. Lord, they heard me scream. I know that's right. Screaming for Puerto Rico. I know that's right. I know that. I know that's right. Yep, they sure did. Some of them would burn the needle at the tip. Sure did. She ain't supposed to let that thing cool off. And I don't know. I guess they call themselves sterilizing it, or I don't know. But I don't think I didn't have it on the stove. It was just a real fine needle, and he just bloop bloop. But I hollered too. I said, "Lord have mercy." That was a mess. Mm-hmm. That was a mess. In the old games we used to play, that's when things was fun. Going outside was fun. Now going outside, you need a bulletproof vest, a gun, a knife, some mace, a pair of glasses in the front, a pair of glasses in the back of your head. Back then, the 70s and the 80s, even some of the 90s, it was fun. It was fun. But I say the 70s and the 80s was the time that you can go outside and play. And you was creative. A lot of these kids ain't creative these days. Everything is quick and on the internet. But you was creative back then, and you did a lot of creative things. You made things out of nothing, out of junk. We, like I said before, some of my old videos, we take the milk carts and find that long piece of wood and find some old shopping carts. Just go in the neighborhood, find the old shopping carts and put them wheels on that sucker, get a piece of rope. You had you a go-kart. Have somebody push you behind down the street. You was good to daggone go. Have go-kart races and whatnot. That was the day. That was the day. That when fun was fun. And, just the hopscotch and the skelly, the tag, stoop ball, all that good stuff. Yes, ma'am. Neighbors looking outside from their windows, keeping an eye on the kids. Exactly. And honey, don't get out of line, because before your mama get home, or they put something in your mama ear, by the time you got home, you must have got about 4 whoopings, because Miss So-and-so and Miss So-and-so and Miss So-and-so and old nosy over there done told on you about both, all of them done told your mama on you, because everybody knew. One thing I got to say, back then, we call it their old Miss So-and-so, her nosy self. That was a village. That was the village that looked out for the neighborhood kids and talked to you and told you, about doing X, Y, and Z. And you be mad, you be sitting there listening, but you had your mouth shut. Now, you can't tell these kids nothing, because their mama just as fool as the kids. Or the kids is just as fool as their mama. But whichever way it goes, don't talk to my child, Mm-mm. A whole lot of bullets probably saved a whole lot of us. That's why we old and gray now. Thank God. Young people these days getting shot up because you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They don't want you to talk to them. You can't tell me something that's back in your day. Back in my day? Okay. Back in my day worked. That's why I'm 60 something now. And here I am looking down at you at 20 something. Can't tell you nothing. It's just crazy. Pure daggone crazy. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Mm-hmm. Children. I need my glasses outside and still. Oh yeah, they going crazy in them stores. It's just ridiculous, freaking ridiculous. The most we probably sold was what, a 5 cent? Not even a 5 cent, a 1 cent, 2 cent candy, and that was a crime. We were shaking out our boots over that. Nowadays, have no regard for nothing. No regard for nothing. I was looking at a video. That was a couple months ago. I was looking at a video, and the mother had gave her daughter, remember the dial phones, the old dial phones that you turn it around and it wait for it to come back. Next number, turn it, twist it again. where she put one of those in her hand, and the kid didn't know what to do for it. She said, like, what is this? You know, it's a phone. She said, well, you know, she was taking it in. Well, how you work it? What you do with it? And it made me realize how, you know, technology changed, but how they don't know nothing about back then, how to use a phone back then. I mean, she was like, where she just didn't know what to do with it. She would pick up the receiver and just like look at like, what you do with this here thing? Rotary. There you go. Rotary phone. Yep. And if you want high class, you slide that button over there to tone. Just you slide over there to tone. It was either your dial, and that's when the newer phones came in where they had the, I think, what was the tone? The tone was, I think the way it used to ring, a little more fancy or something like that. Hello, Bombass Moto Blog. Y'all, I can't see close up. I ain't gonna lie. Yep, Pac-Man. Type the word faith, guys, if you choose to. If you want to pick up the links, or you just want to go to the folks' channels on here, that's fine too. But connect. Feel free to connect. Feel free to type the word faith, and they can find your channel too. Yep, those old games was fun. And even with today's world of text and email, man, we want to text somebody back in my day, and probably some of y'all's too over there. What you do? You got, or either you wrote it out, or you got on a typewriter and slide that sucker back. Slide that sucker back. Now they got laptops and computers. I think when laptops first started coming in, I think that was what, the going into the 90s when computers started coming out on the jobs and whatnot. I looked at that thing like it was crazy, but I figured it out quick. And so people thought that I was taking classes, but I wasn't taking classes. I like to experiment with new stuff. I was like, ooh, what this is? You know, making a mistake was easy them days, but before I give my boss a letter, it got so much white out on it. But that's how it was back then. Take that white out, blow on it, and make sure you ain't got so much on it that when you hit the key, the letter ain't smudged up from it being the daggone white out being so thick. I did a whole lot of letters like that, but that's how we had to do. That was the thing. You took a school bus? I know I didn't take buses. My buses was my feet walking. That was my school bus, walking. Yep, sure was. I don't care where that school was. We walked. Public school, we walked. Yep. Remember the old TVs? You know, you put the aluminum foil on it just to straighten out that antenna. Or telling so and so, move over there, come back a little bit, stand there for a second. Human antennas. Wasn't nothing about no remote. Your child was a remote. My mama used to call me from one room. She'd be laying down looking at TV. Call me from one room to the next room. Come here for a minute, Deborah. Come on in the room. What you want? We always call our mother by her first name. We never call her mom. That's how she raised us. What can I say? Maybe she didn't want to feel old. I don't know. But we call her by her first name, which was Katie. May she rest in peace. What you want, Katie? Turn the channel 2 for me. I used to be mad. You called me all the way in here just to turn the channel. Human remotes. That's the way we had to do it. That was some funny times. Funny times. You know. And even the cartoons and stuff, the old cartoons. I used to love the Flintstones and Yogi Bear. That was my thing. The Flintstones and Yogi Bear. I think Fat Albert used to come on too. Scooby-Doo, yeah, that's a good old one too. I used to like the Archies. Everything's Archie. I don't know, did they come out in the 70s or was that the 80s? Yep. I used to love the Archies. Love the Archies. Just crazy. You know. Super Friends. All right, Super Friends. Yep. Star Trek. Yeah, I think Salt Check was in the 70s. The Peanuts, I used to love the Peanuts. Mighty Mouse, I used to love Mighty Mouse. That was pretty cool. Yep, 1973. Okay, yeah. Even the coats back then, like they have maxi coats now, but the maxi coats was nothing like back in the day. The maxi coats were really really nice back in the day, and they was heavy and they was warm. They have sheepskin coats today, and they have lambskin coats today, but there's nothing like it was in the 70s. It was like real sheepskin, real lambskin. Where you put that sucker on, that sucker was heavy. So that was pretty cool too. Yep, that was pretty cool too. Oh, thank you, over 50. I appreciate that. Thank you, over 50, for the cash app. Thank you so much. Oh, if y'all can't, I am demonetized. Thank you. I am demonetized for the write down because of some videos that I had up. That had them things up for 100 years, and I don't really look at my stuff that I get from YouTube. I really don't. Shame on me, because I never knew that I would be monetized. Because Lord, I feel like Lord, I could get up here and do my thing. I really didn't. I really didn't care. So I happened to look. I said, "Oh, dollar sign going." Anywho, I could reapply in January. So I'm still kind of like debating about it. I said, "Dang, do I took down a bit, but I still took down a video because I'm so undecisive. I'm a spontaneous person. I could say no today and then turn around and just, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That's why I give my sister nerve, because I could say one thing one day and then in the next hour or something like that, my mood changes and I'll be like, come on, let's go and do so and so. What you said, that's where I work. That's why I don't like to plan anything. I don't like to plan anything. I just like to just go on how I'm feeling at the time. I think that works better for me. Because when I plan, it just never works for me. So I just up and make it do what it do. But be it yay or be it nay, if I be choose go back monetize or whatever, as long as I could, my thing is, as long as I could come up here, chit chat with you guys and keep doing what I'm doing, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I get a little lazy coming up here though. I ain't gonna lie. I've been getting a little lazy because I have been living my life pretty much. Well, I've always been living my life, but just doing other things, getting out just a little bit, you know. I went to a few comedy shows. I love comedy shows. So I've been going to a few comedy shows. Um, I love my old school R&B, and I love my old school hip hop. So during the time since the summer, they've been having a bunch of old school hip hop shows. So I've been going to see them. And last week, thank you, over 50. Last week I went to the Apollo. I haven't been to the Apollo Theater in Manhattan in so long, but they had a nice hip hop show there that night. A lot of the old school hip hoppers about my age, I should say, or a little. I wouldn't. Yeah, probably they probably in their 60s by now, or late 50s. So that was really cool. So I don't know. Um, that was pretty cool. I love, anybody knows me. I love Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane was my husband in my head since I don't know. He married and stuff like that, but still he was my husband in my, well, he married now, but he's still gonna always be my husband in my head. But yeah, he put on a show and a half too. Very, very good. The show was it was excellent. It was excellent. And it's good to go out where people know how to act. You ain't got to worry about somebody coming there shooting, acting stupid, or acting all wild and stuff like that. There, it was a nice hip hop show. It was a nice hip hop show. Good night, Joshua. Go to bed. Have a good, sweet dreams. Sleep bright, sleep tight. Don't let the big bed bug bite. Definitely not that. Yep. What else? To see the stores that they don't have now, because it is so hard to find something to wear these days. To me, it is so hard. If you go in the store, either it's too big in the waist or too short in the leg, or it fits in the waist, and then the body part, I'm proportioned like a train wreck. I'm small in the waist. I ain't got that much butt, but I would say I'm proportioned kind of crazy. If I can't get a suit because my top is bigger, I would say it's bigger than my bottom. So if I'm buying a suit and I need a 12 jacket and a 10 skirt, I'm always having to, because got long arms, so I'm always having to get something altered. So it's kind of hard to find, you know, clothes that really like fit these days. Instead, like back in the day, you can go get your size and it's gonna fit all the way around. It's gonna fit. So those stores that I miss, with the Woolworths, the Alexanders. I don't know if some of y'all had a McCory's. We had a McCory's, Conways. Going in, get your little Conway outfit. It was a little low budget, but Conway was like rainbows, really. It was like rainbows. So yeah, those used to be the stores back then. Montgomery Ward, if you remember that. The food store, the AMP. Remember the AMP? I think the AMP was the first grocery store besides here in New York anyway. What was that other one? Um Pathmark. They don't have Pap. They took all the Pathmarks away. Hey Bonnie Rose, how you doing, beautiful? Exactly, a mature audience, and you can enjoy the show. Yes, yes, we enjoyed the show. It was very, very nice. Um, Type the word faith, Bonnie Rose, if you want your link drop. Yeah, so those were some really, really, really fun times. Oh, let me tell my goddaughter I call her back. Uh, yeah, she was pretty much pissed off. She drives the school bus, and her school bus broke down, and she was out there from 3 to like going on 7, something like that, waiting for the mechanics to come and do what they have to do. So I just stayed on the phone with her and ran my mouth with her, keep her company until they came and fixed that. So she's back home and aggravated, but she's back home with you. I don't blame her. Yes. So yeah, let's talk about those hair products. I can't find good hair products to me. It's hard to find because you have to go through so many before. Hey, AR Belows, how you doing? Take the word faith, my friend. Hair products are so hard to find these days, where back in the day, to me, those products worked. But some of them have been redone, you can say, has been redone, and they're nothing like they used to be. They're weaker, made different, and they just don't daggone work. You know, when I used to have my afro back in the 70s, Afro Sheen and Ultra Sheen was a crap. I used to use that, put that green grease up in there, put that little shiny shine, keep that scalp moisturized and right and tight, and putting that daggone spray, you were set. You were set. That Dixie Peach hair grease, remember the Dixie Peach? It was thick, but it do a mean perm. That and Royal Crown will make your hair bone straight like a perm. Yep, sure would. The Dax hair grease will make your hair grow, especially the black one. But now you see them on the shelves and they do nothing like they used to do. Nothing like they used to do. It's crazy. My mother used to use Noxzema. every day. She always had nice skin too. I gotta say that Noxzema used to work, and like I smelt one not too long ago. It has sort of like the same smell, but it just don't have that same like the Noxzema used to be back in the day. I think it was like a little pasty, where now it's probably like a little creamy. Because my mother used to leave it on her face like a mask and wait for a while and go wash her face and wash it off. So she wasn't pimply, that for sure. She kept good skin with that Noxzema and the Pond's PONDS, the hand lotion, stuff like that. Stuff like that used to do wonders for people of color, for our skin. I remember the good old days. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The those good old days, those good old the clothes, the games, the hair products. Remember Prel? I think it was Prel shampoo. Now they got that. What's that like afterwards came, I think, the VO5. That stuff dry my hair out. And I think it's like what 99 cents these days. I cannot use that stuff. I go to wash my hair, and when it's time to blow it out, that sucker just is hard. I like, oh no, this stuff done dried me out. But I used to keep a good bottle of it up under the thing for emergencies, the shampoo and the daggone conditioner, just for them hard times. Yep. So they only make the BO5 like they used to. It's crazy. The Head and Shoulders, you had that dandruff problem, slapping that Head and Shoulders, or slap that they still make it now. I don't think they make it as good. That's was it Sofa 8? That's it's still around, but it ain't like it used to be. It ain't like it used to be. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Little snacks. Remember little snacks, the Boston baked beans? I used to love them things. I ate some these days. Them things is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Before they had like the little light shell with the little nice salted peanut with a little sweet taste. Now they taste like a brick. Can't get me to eat that crap no more. And the tidbit crackers. I think it was the the chocolate chip cookies with the cat on it, and they used to come in chocolate, and then they had the tidbit crackers. They like cheese and crackers now, but nowadays they cheese and crackers with a little cheese on the side and the crackers. Back then it was like little bites of tidbits. They were shaped kind of oval, orange. Them suckers used to be so good with a daggone Pepsi. Heaven. Pure heaven. Yep. I used to love those tidbits. And last thing I could think of is the groups back in the 70s. The groups back in the 70s. My favorite was I used to I used to love David Bowie. I still do like David Bowie, but he don't make music like he used to. Um, I love the Bee Gees. That's my alter ego. I was kind of like in a valley girl in a black body, because that's pretty much what I wasn't really listening to a lot of Motown back then. My mother did, but I used to like those what they call like soft rock and roll. I guess they would call like soft yeah, sort of like soft rock and roll. The Rolling Stones and all that type of crap like that. I used to like stuff like that. Did keep me going. Hey, Boots and Flaws, how you doing? How are you doing? Long time no see. How you doing, sister? But I wouldn't say long time no see. Long time no see on Champ. But I do be seeing you on Facebook. You be doing your thing, girl. You just as fresh as you want to be. And I don't mean that in a like she out there being nasty, guys. No, she's being her. She's loving her. She's loving her locks, her sister locks. She's loving the skin that she's in. She is batting her eyes with her lashes on. She is being her. She is being her, she, and whatever else making her black is beautiful. And I know that's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yes. I see over 50, she was doing her, don't sleep on her either. She get a little sassy because she think I don't see that little tint that she got up under the chair. I was like, okay. I was looking at her one day. I was up in the replay. And I said, I didn't see when you first did it. I seen it after the fact. No, she did something. Now I'm looking again. I said, oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was like, all righty then. I tell you, when you get older, you ain't going front with you. You tend to go a little bit back. A little bit back to the old time way or something. Ain't nothing wrong with it though. I love it every time. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yep. Sure enough. I be trying to think of what the heck to do with mine, but we'll see. Maybe in another year or two, I'm gonna let my gray go. Just let it go. I'm thinking about it, just letting it go. So, because before, the reason why I was so adamant about not letting my gray come in, because I was using the wrong products in my hair when my hair was turning gray. So by me using the wrong products, because my hairdresser had to tell me what to use. She's one of my sisters. Her kids, they're friends for years, and she was doing our hair ever since I could remember. Now she's now the celebrity stylist. And her main customer is Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer. So I be telling her I ain't got Kiki money, so we're gonna have to keep it hood. She be laughing. I'm like, girl, I'm sorry, you gotta keep your hood. I know you celebrity stylist, you gotta keep your hood. But yeah, she was telling me she's very, very good at what she does and what she says. So the products I was using was turning my natural hair different colors. I was like rainbow bright. I was green. I was brown. I was white. And it might have been some other color up in there. I was tri-colored, faux colored, whatever you want to call it. So when my gray was coming in, I was like, oh heck no, this is a hot mess. So it was the rinse I was using at that time that was making my hair turn all crazy colors. So when she started telling me to use just a semi coloring or something like that, and I started using that instead of using dyes, then it started acting right. So now when the dye comes out, I see my gray coming in like it's supposed to come. So I said, oh, okay, it look kind of cute with the little part and the little white line, right? Okay. So we'll see what happens. I'm embracing you. You're embracing your gray. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know I'm going to have to one day. I'm going to have to, because sometimes you just get tired of doing your hair. You know, you like the gray. Okay. Okay. It seems like mine don't come in where it's supposed to, but I just know when I go gray, all my hair would be gray. It would be gray. And I tried it one time, but it looked dirty because of the stuff that I was using. That's why I would dye it. Or I'm like, oh no, this got to go. So when my beautician finally gave me a chop job, and I know even when she gave me my chop job since the summer, it's more healthier. It's definitely more healthier than what it was. So when sometimes my menopause says no wigs. That's why I was looking for hairstyles, what to do with my own natural hair, because I can't take wigs. I used to, but now they just irritate the daylights out of me. And I think of the way I wear them, because of course we as women, we wear the wig cap and stuff like that too. It puts a lot of friction on your sides. So my sides were thinning out real bad. So I said, I got to give these wigs a break. So I started leaving that alone. So that extra made me what I'm going to do with my natural hair if I'm trying to find something So I started wearing afro for a little bit. Can't wear afro in the wintertime. It'd be cold. Back in the day when I was younger, I would braid it up, put on a hat, go to work, pick it out. I ain't got time for all that. Mm-mm. I ain't got time for all that. And then with years of having a perm, my afro don't even stand like it used to. I would have to get it all cut off and start completely new if I want to have that 70s, 80s afro. That's the only thing I can do because my hair is so straight. And the older you get, sometimes your hair thins out. Your hair thins out, so it don't stand like it used to. But I make it do what it do. The most I do now is, and I got my braid hanging over there on the doorknob. I'll put one braid, I'll pull it back in the ponytail and make that one braid, and I'm happy with that and keep on going. I just keep on going. Yep. But I do love the sister locks. The sister locks is that it makes your hair grow like crazy too. You have to start out not liking it, getting to like it, because it depends on how you've been treating your hair over the years. But me, I know my sister locks will start out very, very small because of the wear and tear of the perm that I put in my hair. So we have to see about that. And then sometimes too, like I said, I'm a moody type of person. Sometimes I want it this way, and sometimes I just want to wear it loose. So I don't know. But I like them though. Boots, your locks is fly. So yeah, that's all I want to chit chat about. I was just sitting here reminiscing on the 70s. Yes, my hair is growing longer and thicker like crazy. I can see. Because when I first met you, you had the locks, but they were definitely shorter, and they was a little more. I say a little more thinner. It has thickened and is growing. You're right. It has thickened and it has grown. That stuff grows your hair like crazy. I don't know what it is about it, but it grows your hair like crazy. I don't know what to do with them. Keep doing what you do. You could, pin it up, pull it back, let them hang. You versatile with yours, so that's cool. And they look good. They look good. They look good on you. Some people don't know how to take care of their daggone locks. Make them look terrible. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So that's life, and I am, like I said, I have been doing me. Ain't nothing wrong with doing you. Do you? Do. Life is short, guys. Life is short, and you know we worry about bills, and they're gonna come every month. We worry about our grands or our kids. They're gonna be a pain in the ass forever. Do you? You know, and it's okay to be selfish because we got the right to be selfish because we done did up to here for everybody else and did like this much for ourselves. When you really think about it, or you look over your life, you done made so many sacrifices. You done went through so much. You done did this. You done did that. You done robbed Peter to pay Paul. You made it do what it do. And now it's just time to sit back and do you. Do you. And that's the way I feel now. People say, you want to do this? You want to do that? Maybe I do and maybe I don't. If I don't, no. So it's hard for the folks to hear the no from you because they used to you saying, okay, yeah, I take you. All right, I really don't want to, but okay. Now, you let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. Because that's what mine is. No. you know. So it's okay. Do you. Yep, for sure. My my neighbor had asked me about, Like he's into not just doing things with the community and stuff like that there. And he asked me would I like to. I'm like, right now I'm in relaxation mode. I only been retired this year, makes only 2 years. And where a lot of people say, oh, you're gonna be bored, oh this, oh that. Mm-mm. I am not bored at all. I am not bored. Um, I don't think I'm doing enough of what I want to do just yet. But if I happen to be bored or there's something that I want to do, I probably would take them up on that because I like doing stuff for the community. That's my thing. I like doing stuff for the community. So, you know, um, I may get into it a little bit more, because the churches are they still trying to get back on track. I would say, a lot of them still getting back on track because a lot of people have left. New people come in. Um, it's it's a revolving door. Church is a revolving door, and so doing things in a community now is just a little different because with new people coming in, there's a lot of people that don't like to do a lot of community service. A lot of community service. I don't like to be within four walls. That's not me. I like to be in the community and seeing what's going on and what's happening in the community. That's what I like. Exactly. We'll find things to do in our retirement. I do not miss the daily drive. Exactly, neither. And these trains and planes and automobiles out here in New York City, they crazy. So, and I always tell people, I said, y'all said defund the police. Defund the police, defund the police. Now everybody calling 911. Y'all could have thought of something else. You know, all cops aren't bad. A handful was, but don't mean that defund the police. Let's get rid of a few bad apples and call it a day. But with the protesters and all this and all that, this is what we got. So you know how they feel. Police yourself now. That's what you do. We'll get there when we get there. Police yourself. So that's why to me crime is so high, because before they used to be on the corners and patrolling the streets and walking up and down the streets, standing in front of certain places, now they be in those squad cars and just going about their business, whatever case may be. I mean, that's why it's so much snatch and grab. I guess to limit some of policing coming out. They brung it up to, what is it, 2,000? It got to be at least $2 or $3,000 of merchandise in order to really charge somebody. So these kids are having a grand time just snatching a whole bunch of small stuff, but they keep coming back. No, eventually they get caught. They get a misdemeanor, a fine or something like that there. It's not stopping them from doing what they do, because so many stores are taking hits, and the only thing they're doing is messing up their community. When your butt need a pill or aspirin or some pads for your ass, you're going to have to go way up to the next town, because guess what? We ain't got them stores no more, because y'all done stole everything out of them and put them out of business. How about that? PSA on that. So it's just crazy. It's really crazy. What's up, Sonia? Yep. Yeah, it's just really, really crazy. So that's people life in general. Sonia, I was just talking about the 70s, how good the 70s was, and just run off with my mouth for now, because I'll be getting off of here very, very soon. So I enjoyed all of y'all as usual. Sure did. I enjoy all y'all as usual. The bad people make it bad for the good ones, and we in a community suffer. You're so right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're so right, and we do. It don't make no daggone sense. I get so tired of coming on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all you see is run and go. And what really ticks me off to my core, majority, y'all got to do better. Y'all have got to do better. Young people, y'all have got to do better. Half of y'all don't know what under a jailhouse feel like. Y'all think you do. Maybe you got locked up for 24 hours and key your way on out. But one day, it's going to be a real clang, and your mama, your daddy, and can't nobody do nothing. And you're going to have to sit there and go and waste your life and hold on to your back, your tail, because now you done gave yourself some time to do over some petty stuff that you are too trifling to find a job and buy for legitimately yourself. Don't make no sense. Got to be more smarter. Yeah, exactly. Grab and go. It was one that I saw today, and you know how the trucks come and all the clothes is on the rack. These two idiots, they already stealing, and they trying to take the whole rack back out the store. The whole rack, and they ain't snatching go. They taking a whole rack with them to knock the poor girl down. People that work in these here stores, the stores have insurance. Don't get yourself killed over their stuff. Let it go. You can't be Captain Save or whatever. Let it go. And if you have to open up the door for them that you can go home and see your family, just stand back, let them just do what they do, open the door for them, and let them get on out. It ain't worth it. It's not worth your life. Y'all don't own them stores. You ain't got a share in them stores. You ain't getting no raise from being a hero. Mm-mm. Be smart. Go home to your families and let them deal with their merchandise and their insurance companies, because you ain't getting a penny out of it but your little day-to-day paycheck. And if they close down, guess what? Go further down the block and find you a next job. Once the insurance pays, store starts closing afterwards. Of course, they go to a better neighborhood. And sometimes you think, well, why don't they do something? Some stores will lock you in. Smaller stores, they'll put up their bulletproof whatever, and they will lock you in their stores until you finish paying for what you pay for, and then open up, buzz you out. That's crazy. And those are some of the pharmacies. My sister got a pharmacy around her block that does that. I went in there, I'm like, what the hell? Can't get in? Then I'm, what the hell? Can't get out. But yeah, I don't like that because might got a fool inside the store. You better buzz me on out of here. So it's just crazy across the board. Crazy across the board. But keep praying, folks. That's all I can tell you. Keep praying for those that we know and those that we don't know. You know, God, He hear our cries, and sometimes He gonna allow the devil to be the devil, and he do it because those that out there doing stuff that they ain't got no business doing, some of them just have to go through a tough lesson. Because you want to have your fun and have your way with the devil, God gonna put His hands down and say, "Go ahead," because I've been here all the time. You don't want me. Go ahead, keep playing. Keep my model. Keep playing. Keep knocking for the devil. He'll answer the door. He'll talk back to you. Sure will. Tell you everything that's wrong. And your little crew that come on, so and so, come on outside. Let's go hit up this store. Let's go hit up that store. You stupid enough to go. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, they get away. Your dumb self get caught and locked up. For what? For some stuff that wasn't even yours from the get-go? You want to be Billy Bad behind? You want to you want to be whatever the case may be. You want to rob this and rob that. By all means, go rob a bank. You want to do so if you going to take the chance of getting caught, go rob a bank and get you some real dough and stop being a jerk. You know, you want to go out there and gang bang and this, that, and other. Join the army. They got plenty of guns. Go fight the enemy instead of sitting there blowing up each other. Don't make no sense. You know, play with fire, get burnt. Exactly. You know, enough is just enough. Sometimes, you know, we pray and we have saints of God. Yes, we pray. But sometimes you just be like, will people ever be on one accord? Never. That's the way I feel. I know God can do the impossible. Yes, he can. But as long as we got these little G gods out here and these idiots out here and these fools out here, and I believe in this and I believe in that, and my personality's like this and your personality's like that, and I feel I could do this here and you want to do that, we will never come together as one. And clearly, for them 2 long years of damn near famine and on lockdown and couldn't move around anywhere, didn't know what the crap was going on, didn't know we'll live from one day to the next, losing people like crazy. And y'all when things lighten up, you come out here with the same attitude, the same way, the same character, the same personality. You the same you from 2 years prior. Ain't learned nothing. But the only thing you got to say is, I hope we get another stimulus check. It was a lesson in them 2 years. It was a time to get right with God, number one. It was a time to self-reflect on yourself, to look in that mirror and look at you. It was time of forgiveness, whatever I have done or whoever I have, either dead or alive. Lord, forgive me. It was time to make amends, with your people that you may have not even spoken to in a while. We had so much time, 2 years. God gave us 2 years to sit down in the wilderness and get it right. Some did, and a whole lot didn't. I'm glad to be one of the ones that's held on. And I'm glad some of y'all held on too. So, wasn't perfect, but I'm holding on. Ain't do everything right, but I'm holding on. Don't know what's going on, but I'm holding on. And long as I'm holding on, I know I'll be all right. Because my heart is going to always be pure in what I do. May not agree with everybody else, but that's all right. Because you know who knows? God knows. You may not understand my way, what I say, what I do, how I move. And just like you guys, everybody, we're all different. God deals with each and every one of us differently. All our problems may be similar, but we're going through it differently. So he's going to deal with each of us differently. So just because you move that way or you move this way doesn't mean that you ain't hanging on. That's why God gave us a spirit of discernment. We know those that's hanging on and those that's by the wayside. We know those that got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. More out than in. We know the ones that don't want to live right, but want all the blessings from God. Want to live like a dog, but Lord, I don't know why God ain't give me this and he ain't give me that. Nah. Come on. So like I say, keep holding on. God silenced the world with masks because he wanted folks to be quiet and listen to him. Preach us a different. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He gave you 2 long years. 2 long years. And I couldn't do nothing but reflect. First of all, I had to be thankful to come out of that there, because because people was dropping like flies. Families dropping like flies. When I say flies, everybody thought at first it was a white thing. Then they said it's a black thing. Okay, now it's an everybody thing. But more of this here thing. You walking up and down the block, or you go over there by the hospitals. What do you think all them trucks was full of? So many deaths was so back to back with a funeral. You couldn't even have a funeral for your family. You know, you had to either they were so deteriorated by the time you could bury them. You had to have a closed casket. It was like bodies on top of bodies. If you could even find your loved one. Come on, because we don't know what they were doing with some of them. We don't know. You know, and it's sad. It's sad, but also too, it made you think. Just like when Moses went into the mountain and everybody was down there in the valley cutting the food, acting a real idiot, and then he took that tablet and just threw it. That the first thing that came to my mind when we was going through the pandemic, how everybody was out there cutting up and acting a goddamn fool through all that. They were still having underground parties, you know, didn't want to stop. Oh, I'm going to this party, I'm going to that party. Then you got auntie and grandma back in the house and mom in her 60s and 70s back in the house, and you wonder why they got COVID, fool. How they get that? They don't never come outside because they got Ray, Richard, and May, and Boo Boo still hanging out in them streets, coming home like normal, stanking with COVID all over them. Now, grandma and them back there sick of the damn dog. And you wondering how that? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Because I got some stuff in me from this past stuff that with people. And I'd be praying. I'd be like, Lord, when did they go? What does it take? I don't know. What does it take? We could only reach a handful. They say the road to destruction is wide, and the door for safety is so narrow. That narrow door. Keep me on that narrow door. Keep me on that narrow door. Hello, I can't read your name. Yeah, keep me on that narrow door. Keep me on a fence. Keep a fence around me. That's all I can pray, Lord. Keep my friends, my family, and turn around my enemies. You know, I bless those, Lord. I can't call out names. You know all who's out there. All I can do is pray for a nation, pray for a world, and leave it be. But I tell you one thing, can't nobody say, you may not know me, but can't say I ain't never prayed for you. Because guess what? Yes, I did. You may not know my name, but yes, I've been praying for you. Because when I say in my prayer, I pray for everybody. When I'm praying for the world, I don't know your name, you don't know mine, but I'm praying for you. And on that note, it is time for me to say good night. Because guess what? I done did a whole big old hour, and I thought I'd just be coming up here to chit chat. But that's how God is. So thank you all for coming in, each and every one of you. I thank you all. Let me give you a shout out. Thanks, pre-retirement days. Lisa Carlisle. Cassandra Living Life. Thank you. Joshua Gabriel. Over 50 and fantabulous. Wong Denak. Thank you. Let's see. Bonnie Rose. AR Blog. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with us for a little bit. I appreciate each and one of you. Sonia Smith, that's my road dog there, my sister in Christ. That's my road dog. And the name I can't pronounce his name, but I see a little JP down there. I guess I'm gonna have to call you JP. Thank you, JP, for coming on in. Okay, over 50. On that note, good night, y'all. Until the next time. This is your girl Deborah Kitson by Faith saying, keep praying and just keep holding on. Good night, guys.